Hello, and welcome to your second video. So you will notice there's no PDF with instructions or anything or template this week because we're going to modify a script that we already have, and I'm going to show you how to do everything that we're doing here. And this was one of the things on the wiki where the code on the wiki actually pretty much worked as is, so that was pretty handy. But if you want to see the good way to do it, well, here you go. Follow along. So, I'm in my bin directory, right? The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to copy tarchiver.py, and I'm going to make a copy of that. I'm going to call it tarchiver2.py, because we're going to modify this, and we're going to add a bunch of options. If you remember with Tarchiver, when we wrote that, we had a bunch of prompts, right? And we prompted the user if they wanted to do stuff. And we're going to replace those. So I'm going to open Tarchiver 2. Whoops. And I'm not going to use Vi. I'm going to do it graphically. Watch this. Now the ampersand will run in a background process, so it won't tie up my terminal, which is a handy thing. gedit is the graphical, it's like Notepad++, graphical application in Linux that's already installed. And look at how quick that opened. And it's Vi, so like look, I can, or it's Vi, it's not like Vi, I can click around and I can do stuff. So that's great. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to add another module. We're going to add the argparse module, and I'm going to add that to our comment here. And argparse module. So right here under 2, well, we're gonna add some stuff under 2. So I'm gonna call this lab 4. Whoops. Investigation 4, because that's what we're working on. And here's where we're going to add our code. So parser equals argparse.argument parser. And then we're going to add some arguments here, right? So parser.add underscore argument dest. Give it a help message. So the name you would like to give the archive. Whoops. And then we're going to just do that again a few times. So we're going to add source. Name you would directory you wish to archive. Which these are kind of like our prompts before, right? And then compression. So help's going to work when we run the help command, which is it's actually pretty cool. The type of compression you wish to use. So that's going to be the message that gets displayed if they run the help command. Isn't that great? And then args equals args, or sorry, no, wrong place. Parser dot parse underscore parse. Did I just spell it right? Yeah. Args. There's a couple different ways to do what we're doing here, but this is how we're doing it now. And then the only thing we have to do is replace our prompts now with some of this stuff. We'll get rid of this, and we'll say args.source. We're going to get this, get rid of the backup prompt here. That's going to be args.dest. we're going to still do this. We're going to still do this. We're actually going to still do all of this. And we're going to replace our compression prompt. I think this one here. Yeah, this one here. So it's still going to prompt here, but this one it's not going to prompt. Is that how I'm doing it? I think that's how I'm doing it. Hold on a minute. Alright, so we're going to go with this. I'm not sure if this part's going to work, because this is not in my sample from before. So we're going to wing it. We're going to wing it there. But I know this works. I think what happened last semester is I did these two, and I was like, I'm probably never using this again, because this is supposed to be upgraded. And then, well, here we are. Just straight up here we are. So now we're going to save it. And we're going to run it. And if you get that error, it's just a gedit thing. Don't worry about it, just hit enter. So we're going to run tarkiver2, right? And we need some stuff, right? Look at that. And look at that. If we do h, look at that. Or dot dash help. Look at that. We get sample usage because we put those help things in. Wasn't that awesome? So, let's try it. Let's do the bin directory that we're in, right? Home bin 2. And let's call it gzip. Let's see if this works. Oh. Helps if you spell the script right. And it didn't like it. It didn't like it. Look at our order now. It should have been source and destination. That's what we did, right? Oops. Trying to type in the wrong window. I see. I see. Okay. It worked. So why did it not work? Oh, look at that. Why did it not work initially? I was putting stuff in the wrong order. So it wants destination first, then source. Which I swear we did it the other way around. But, so we got the destination, we got the source, we got the compression type. All from the command line. The only thing that we didn't replace is this, do you want to compress it? Which, I mean, we could just get rid of that now, couldn't we? Food for thought. It's pretty great. Let's look at the code. I think we could just get rid of this. I'm not going to delete it because we'd have to modify our code quite heavily. And we just assume they want to compress it. But there you go. We made our script a lot more flexible. We got rid of a bunch of prompts. We replaced them with command line options. Why would you want to do that? Well, if you want to automate your script, or you want it to behave more like a command would, then you're going to do those things, right? You're going to give options so it functions properly. It's just a good thing. This ended up being way quicker than I thought. So here's what we added. We added, let's do a quick review of what we added right at the end. So if you were watching, you were like, how the hell did he do this? I want to go back so I can follow along. We added the argparse module to our import statement. This whole block of code here, brand new, didn't exist before. We added that. So we added our parser, we added our arguments, and then we parsed them and stored them in args. We replaced these two with source and destination, and we replaced our compression type with args.compression. We could have replaced this or possibly gotten rid of it entirely, but if we'd gotten rid of it, we would have had to move this block back, and we would have probably had to put a compression type for like none or something, right? It would have taken some more modifying than just getting rid of it. But moving that whole block back would have been a pain in the butt. And there we go. Like it just straight up worked in a much better way, didn't it? So that's what we added. Argparse, this block here, these things here, and right there, it's all on the screen. We scroll down just a little bit so it's truly all on the screen. So if you're watching along and you want the output or the method that I used to get here, take a screenshot now. Or just hit pause, because this is a video. You can do that, right? So with that in mind, shit, this was only a 12-minute video. I was going to go over assignment 2 in a second video. I think I'm just going to do it, or assignment 2, assignment 1. I think I'm just going to do it in this video. So, you know what? No, I'm going to cut it. I'll see you in the next video. Even though it's a 12-minute video, just breaking it here makes sense. I'm indecisive right now. So I will see you next in the next video and this week in class. Take care, be safe. Next video, I'm going to go over assignment 1. Bye for now.